Good morning, students. Today is 26th November, and we celebrate Constitution Day on this day, and because we have adopted the Constitution on this day. So, on this special day, we will start our class uh, for English. Today, we will learn writing skill. Topic is information transfer. In your question paper, question number 6 is information transfer. Let us see what is information transfer. Information transfer is an activity in which a given information is converted from verbal to non-verbal and non-verbal to verbal. That means two types of question will be come. One is verbal to non-verbal, that is 6A, and 6B is non-verbal to verbal. You have to write either any one, verbal to non-verbal or non-verbal to verbal. So first we will see what is verbal to non-verbal. In verbal, the things are represented as in the form of description of the topic, which can be written in the form of paragraph. That means the information will be provided to you in a paragraph format. And in non-verbal, the information will be provided to you in a diagrammatic form, in any diagram. That is, it may be in the table format, pie chart, T diagram. In any diagrammatic form, the information will be provided to you. So I hope it is clear to you what is verbal and non-verbal. Verbal is the information is provided in the paragraph, and non-verbal is the information is provided in the diagrammatic form, that means in the point format. Information transfer comes for 5 marks. A1 question number 6, A1 is verbal to non-verbal. यहाँ पे आपको information will be given in the paragraph, and the option for this question is non-verbal to verbal, that is A2 question. And here the information will be given to you in the diagrammatic form, that is pie chart, T diagram, chart, table, flow chart, graph, etc. And what you have to do, you have to transfer that information into a paragraph. Yes. So now we'll see what we can do while solving the this question. Read the following paragraph and transfer the given information into the following. आपको अभी you have to read the paragraph and transfer the given information. Information will be in table or chart, in pie chart, flow chart, tree diagram, map or wave, do's and don't, that's and factor. What type of non-verbal information? Table will be in this type of format. Pie chart. This is flow chart. Tree diagram. You can call it as a concept map also. Map or wave. And graph. Yes. Now we'll see the marking scheme of verbal to non-verbal. Title will carry 1 mark. Whatever the information will be given to you, just a minute. Whatever the information will be given to you, in the diagrammatic form, you have to cover all the points. That means while writing the paragraph, you have to take all the points and write about it in the paragraph. Then appropriate graphic and layout, the way you will draw the diagram properly, whether it is tree diagram, table or anything, that appropriate graphic and layout will carry 1 mark. Your overall presentation will carry 1 mark, and that is how total 5 marks. What should you know before doing this? task. Read the paragraph carefully. Figure the main points that you have to use in the diagram uh, or table or wave. Whatever the points you have to take all those main points. Then use pencil to draw the outline, format, and layout. Yes, Gaurav, you have any question? Yes, Gaurav, you can ask. You have to draw the outline or format with the help of a pencil, and while writing you have to use the pen. Sometimes students do a mistake that they do write with the pencil only. You will get 0 marks for that because you have to use pen while writing this. Write the answers using pen, just now I said. Then do not add any point of your own to the information. You do not need to add any point extra information. It should be related to the information given in your question and not the extra. Now we'll see the question, or first we'll see the flowchart. Read the following passage and prepare a flowchart. Give a suitable title to it. And this is how your question will be. It will be given to you in clear indication that you have to draw the flowchart. Here it is given that you have to prepare a flowchart. Now let us see the passage. Butterflies belong to a group Insecta and lay eggs. They pass through 4 stages in their life cycle. The female butterfly lays the eggs on the leaves of the plants. These eggs are tiny and have a variety of shapes. After 6 to 7 days, a worm-like creature known as a baby caterpillar hatches out of the egg, which is light green or yellow in color. The larva eats leaves and grows fully. This fully grown larva is called a caterpillar. It is the young one of the butterfly and does not resemble its parents. Now the caterpillar belongs to the pupa. It spins a cocoon around its body and fastens itself to a plant with a silk thread. Finally, the baby butterfly emerges from the pupa and soon it transforms into an adult butterfly. So whenever you will read the passage, you will get an idea that about what the passage is. So when you will get that idea about what the passage is, you can give that title. So after reading this passage, we come to know that this is the life cycle of butterfly. So you can give the title life cycle of butterfly or any suitable title which you feel is good. You can give that title. Remember not to forget giving title your passage because title is very important. You will carry 1 mark for that. Now, after reading the passage, you have to think about the title and then you can underline the main points from the passage. For example, butterfly belong to group Insecta. That is main point. Underline with a pencil. There are 4 stages. So we have underlined the 4 stages. Female butterfly lays eggs. After 6 to 7 days, baby caterpillar hatches. Then larva is called caterpillar. Caterpillar grows into pupa. Spin a cocoon around its body. Caterpillar spins a cocoon around its body. Then baby butterfly emerges from the pupa and soon transfer into an adult butterfly. So these are the main points of the passage. Now, while drawing a flowchart or preparing a flowchart, we will use these points. So it is very easy if we underline while reading the passage. If we underline the main points, it is very easy for us to draw any diagrammatic form. Now, life cycle of butterfly. This is the title I have given to this passage. And we have to draw flowchart. Flowchart is what the information flows one by one. So you have to draw accordingly. You can draw straightforward 1 by 1 boxes and give arrows. I have drawn like this. So first point is butterflies belong to group insect. The first point that we have seen here, I wrote here. Then the second one passes through 4 stages. The 4 stages passes through 4 stages. Then female butterfly lays eggs. The third point. After that, caterpillar hatches from eggs after 6 to 7 days. Baby caterpillar hatches after 6 to 7 days. That we have taken here. After that, what happens? Larva is called caterpillar. Then larva is called caterpillar. Caterpillar grows into pupa. This point we have written caterpillar grows into pupa. The next point is spin a cocoon around its body. It spins a cocoon around its body. Next point is baby butterfly emerges from the pupa that we have written here. And last is soon transfer into adult butterfly. So see, it is very easy. Just underline the main points of the passage and pick those points and draw your flowchart or prepare your flowchart and give a suitable title to your paragraph. That's it. And if you cover all these main points, you will get 5 out of 5 marks in this particular question. Language generally, we do not get 5 out of 5 marks in any question, but this is the only exception. Verbal to non-verbal is the only exception where you will get 5 out of 5 marks. Next is fact file. Based on the information given below, prepare a fact file outlining the various stages in the career of Sabir Bhatia, the founder of Hotmail. So now we will read the passage and then we will draw or we will make a fact file. Sabir Bhatia, who is renowned today for having founded and invented Hotmail.com, began his undergraduate education at BITS at the age of 17. 6 years later, in 1991, he decided to join the famous computer company Apple. While working there, Sabir completed his MS in 1993. He came up with the idea of a net-based personal database called JavaSoft and initiated it 2 years later. The next year, on July 4, he launched Hotmail. By 1997, Hotmail had more than 8.5 million subscribers. By the summer of the next year, there were 25 million active email accounts on Hotmail. So, if you read this passage, what idea we get? That this passage is all about the career of Sabir Bhatia. Even here is written in your question the various stages in career of Sabir Bhatia. So you can give this title also, the career of Sabir Bhatia, or you can create your own title. Now, what is the first step? You always underline the main points of the passage. So now we will underline the main points. Sabir Bhatia. This passage is all about Sabir Bhatia. So Sabir Bhatia. Then undergraduate education he has taken at BITS. Then at the age of 17, he was taking undergraduation. Then after 6 years, in 1991, decided to join Apple company. Then completed his MS in 1993. Net-based personal database called Java Software. He came up with that idea that he can make a net-based personal database software, that is JavaSoft. On July 4, he launched Hotmail. Then 1997, Hotmail had more than 8.5 million subscribers. And then next year, there were 25 million active email accounts on Hotmail. So these are the main points that we have underlined from this passage. Now we will see how to make a fact file. At first, you have to give the title, So Sabir Bhatia's career. So this all passage is all about the career of Sabir Bhatia. So I have given the title Sabir Bhatia's career. Now, fact file is what we are writing the points in a point format. So you have to give bullet points and then you can write. 1985 began undergraduate education at BITS. Now you will think that 1985 is not given. Why I have written that most of the here uh, year is given, and here what is given here? Undergraduate education at BITS at the age of 17, and 6 year later, when 6 year 1981. So I have minus 6 from 1981, so I got 1985. In 1985, he began undergraduate education at BITS. Then in 1991, he decided to join Apple. Then in 1993, he completed his MS. 1995, again 1995 is not given, but what is written here? He came up with the idea of net-based personal database called JavaSoft and initiated it 2 years later. That means he invested 2 years in that. So after 93, he did after 2 years he did that. So 95 is obvious here. Sabir began his business plan for a net-based personal database called JavaSoft. The next point is 1996. The next year means obviously in 1996 on July 4, he launched Hotmail. So Hotmail was launched on July 4 of this year. The next point is 1997. Hotmail had more than 8.5 million subscribers. The same we have written here. And the last point is by the summer of next year. Again, next year is mentioned here. So it is obvious after 97, year 98 comes. So by the summer of this year, there were 25 million active email accounts on Hotmail. So this is what called a fact file. Remember what is fact file. See, you have to remember that what is tree diagram, what is fact file, what is table format. If the T diagram is asked and you are drawing or you are making a fact file, you will get 0 marks. So that you have to remember what information should be written in what format. What is fact file, what is T diagram, that you have to remember. Otherwise, all information is given in the passage. You just have to transfer that information. Now, we will see another passage for T diagram. Read the following paragraph and write in a form of T diagram, putting the correct information. Now the paragraph is given here, and what you have to do, you have to draw a T diagram. There are different kinds of fuels. Broadly, they can be divided as solid, liquid, and gaseous fuel. Solid fuel include substances such as wood, coal, and coke. Most liquid fuels are obtained from petroleum, which is obtained from oil wells sunk and deep into the earth. Petrol, kerosene, and diesel are all separated from petroleum. The most important gaseous fuel are natural gas, coal gas, and water gas. Natural gas is a fuel that is widely used for cooking and heating. So students, what do we come to know from this passage, that what this passage is about? So here it is clearly written there are different kinds of fuel. That means this passage is all about the kinds of fuel. So we got the title just by reading the passage. Now we will underline the main points from this passage. The kinds of fuels, they are solid, liquid, and gaseous. So these are the three types of fuels. Solid fuel includes substances such as, what substances include solid fuel? Wood, coal, and coke. Then Most liquid fuels are obtained from petroleum, which is obtained from the oil well sunk deep into the earth. So most of the liquid fuels are obtained from the petroleum. And what are those liquid fuel? Petrol, kerosene, diesel. Then most of the important gaseous fuels are natural gas, coal gas, water gas. And natural gas is a fuel that is widely used for cooking and heating. So these are the main points that I have picked up. And now we have to draw a tree diagram of the concept map. So first you have to give the title to your passage or to your non-verbal information. I have given the kinds of fuels. Then you have to draw a D diagram. First, fuels. So here all is about the fuels. I have given you the fuels. Then there are three types of fuels: solid, liquid, and gaseous. So that we will write first: solid, liquid, and gaseous. After that, what kinds of solid fuels are there? Wood, coal, and coke. So that we will write wood, coal, and coke. Then liquid gas. There are three kinds of liquid gases. Liquid fuels: petrol, kerosene, and diesel. Petrol, kerosene, and diesel. And the last is gaseous fuel is natural gas, coal gas, and water gas. So natural gas, coal gas, and water gas. So these are the kinds of fuels. So I hope it is clear to you how to write the information transfer. This is called as tree diagram or concept map. What many students do, that mistake tree diagram, what they do, they make a big trunk of tree, draw the leaves, and then write the fuels and all. That is wrong format. Tree diagram is the concept map. This is how you have to write. Okay, and not to make the tree and then leaves and then write. That is the wrong format. You should not do that. You get 0 marks in the exam if you draw the tree trunk and then the leaves and then write. Okay. Now we will see the pie diagram. Read the following information and prepare suitable pie diagram showing this information. You must have drawn the pie diagram in the maths. Now we will see. But what happens in maths? You do the calculations of 360 degrees and then do. Here you do not need to calculate the 360 degree. It's just the spaces. I will tell you. First, we will read the passage. Mr. Fadke earns a take-home salary per month about 11,200 per month. He follows a strict budget every month on various expenditures, as a result of which he is able to save as much as 7% of his income per month. Most of his income, which accounts for 30% of his total budget, is spent on conveyance. 10% of his income goes towards the food and fuel need of his family. Mr. Fadke hires a housemaid and pays her about 10% of his earning. Every month, at least 17% of his income goes towards buying clothing for various members of the family. The remaining 26% is spent on the education of his children. The student, after reading this passage, we come to know that this passage is all about the Mr. Fadke's monthly expense. Whatever the salary he gets, that means 11,200 salary he gets per month, and how do he spend this salary on the various things that is given in the passage. So now we have to draw the pie chart that how much percent of his income he expend on particular thing. So first for that we will have to draw the main points or underline the main points. Always remember, students, do not forget to underline the main points because it makes your task easy, or that makes you write the question answer very easily. Now we'll underline the main points. So Mr. Farge got salary of 11,200 per month. Out of that, he saved how much? He saved 7%. So we will just underline the main points. He saved 7% of his income. Then 30% of his income is he spent for on conveyance. Then 10% of his income goes towards fuel and fuel. For food and fuel, he spent 10% of his income. Then he hired a housemaid. For her, he pays 10% of his earning. Then 17%. Every month, at least 70% of his income goes towards the buying clothing. So buying clothing, 17%. And then last is 26% he spent on education of his children. So this is what the expenditure of Mr. Farge's monthly expenses. Now we will draw a pie chart. Now see here, you do not need to calculate as you calculate in the maths. In maths, you do calculate into 360-degree and make accordingly. Here, we do not need that calculation. We just have to give a particular type. That means if 30% is given, the space should be more for 30%. And if 7 is there, then it should be lesser. So accordingly, you have to draw. So first, we will draw 7%. What they do 7%? He saves 7%. We have given the title Mr. Farge's monthly expenses. 7% he saves from his salary. Then here 30% he spent on conveyance. So 30% on conveyance. Now say student 30% is more. So I had given more space for 30% and less space for 7%. You have to use that logic and draw pie chart accordingly. It should not be like that you will draw 30% here and 7% here. That is wrong. So it should be logical. You have to understand that. And you do not need to calculate it into 360-degree. After that, what is 10% he uses for food and fuel. The next is 10% he pays to her housemaid, that is hires housemaid for 10%. 17% he used for buying clothing. And the last 26% is for education of children. Now see, you can clearly indicate 30% is more space, then little lesser is 26%, then little lesser 17, 10 is about equal, and then 7% is lesser. So accordingly, you have to make the pie chart. And pie chart is the easiest question from the information transfer. You will get easily 5 marks over here because it is clear. All information data is clearly given in the number, and then in the few words, you just have to pick the words and the numbers here, and then you have to put that into a pie chart and give a suitable title to your passage. To your pie chart, and you will get the 5 marks. So do not leave the question. Many times it happens, student do not get time to attempt the all questions. So that you have to do the planning accordingly, and you have to attempt all questions, because in language it is very important to attempt all the questions, because one language skill carry writing skills carry 5 marks, and if you leave one question, you will lose all 5 marks. That is why you have to attempt the question, and for that you need to follow the strictly time for that. That means for this particular question you have to give that much time, and accordingly if you follow the time, you will definitely complete your paper and you will score good marks. Now we will see the next question. Next is table format. Read the following information given in the table and transfer it into the given table. That means whatever the information is given, you have to transfer that information into a table. Vitamins. So here, sometimes the title is already title. Sources. Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, ma'am.
He started again.
No, continue. No.
No, I left and then it started again. That's why.
What happened, ma'am?
Nah, I left from the meeting and again it started. So,
No problem. You can continue.
okay. So the information is here. We'll read the passage now. The passage is about vitamins. Sources of vitamins. Vitamins are mainly of four types: A, B, C, and D. You will get vitamin A from milk, butter, and eggs. Vitamin B is derived from meat and eggs. Fruits and vegetables will provide you with vitamin C. Vitamin D can be obtained from fish oil and, of course, sunlight. Effect due to the deficiency of vitamins. Now we will see the effects due to deficiency of vitamins. A lack of any of the four vitamins may cause certain disease and ailment. Lack of vitamin A may result in blindness. Insufficiency of vitamin B gives rise to disorders of nervous system. Deficient supply of vitamin C can cause skin disease, bone disease, are likely to occur in the absence of vitamin D. Now, heading is already given, the title is already given that this passage is all about vitamins. So you can give the same title. And first we will underline the main points. Vitamin A. We get vitamin A from milk, butter, and eggs. Vitamin B we get from meat and eggs. Fruits and vegetables, that means vitamin C we get from fruits and vegetables. And the last is vitamin D that we get from fish oil and sunlight. Now the effects due to vitamins. Due to vitamin A, what effect that may result into blindness? If you have a deficiency of vitamin A, you may have a blindness. Vitamin B may gives disorder of nervous system. Then vitamin C can cause skin disease and bone disease can be occurred due to absence of vitamin D. So these are the main points. Now we have to put this into a table format. First, we will give the title to our passage, to our table format. So vitamins is the title. Same, I carry the same title. And you have to draw a table. In first column, I gave the title vitamin. In second, their sources from where we get the vitamins. And last is effects due to their deficiency. So 3 columns should be there. Now one by one we will write. Vitamin A we get from the milk and eggs, milk, butter and egg. Vitamin B we got from the meat and egg. Then fruits and vegetables, we get vitamin C. Then last is vitamin D. We get it from sunlight and fish oil. Now we will see the deficiency of each. Due to lack of vitamin A, we may have blindness. Vitamin D, disorder of nervous system. Lack of vitamin C, we may cause skin disease. And the last is vitamin D. Due to lack of vitamin D, we may have bone disease. So this is it. It is very simple. The information is in front of us. We just have to put that information into a proper way. Here table is given. It is said that transfer it into a given table. That means we have to transfer into a table. Here you should not draw a T diagram or anything. If table is said, we have to draw it into the table. Hope you all understanding what to do here. So just a moment. We will just quickly revise now what we have seen. These are the types of non-verbal information, that is table, pie chart, flow chart, T diagram, map, graph. And if fact file is asked, that it is in point format. Marking scheme, we have seen. Student, it is again and again I'm telling you, title is very important, because most of the time when we check the paper, what is seen, students forgot to give the title and they lose 1 mark over there. And it is very important for good scoring good mark or for passing. You need each and every marks matters, and that is why you have to remember that title is very important and you have to give the title, and do not forget that. If you cover all the points, you will get 2 marks. For your appropriate graphic and layout, you will get 1 mark. Remember, you have to draw the graphic and layouts with the use of pencil only. And your overall presentation will carry 1 mark. So 5 marks, this is how you will get. And what is the main, what thing you should do is, you have to read the paragraph carefully. While reading the paragraph, you will underline the main points. As we have seen in the passage, we read the passage, then after reading the passage, we got the idea that what the passage is about. Whatever thing comes by reading the passage, that thing or that idea will give as a title. So you will get the title just by reading the passage. So read the passage carefully. After reading passage, what you will do? You will underline the main points. They are very important. Pick out the main points that you have to use the diagram, table or web. Whatever the points are given, you underline the main points so that it will be very easy for you to pick those points and draw the diagram. For that, if you underline simultaneously while reading it, it will waste your more time over there. Points will be in front of you. You just have to pick and put it into your diagrammatic form. Then use pencil to draw the outline, format or layout. You have to use pencil for drawing the outline or any format given in the question. Write the answers using pen. Whatever you are writing over there, answer you have to write with the pen only. Do not use pencil for that. And do not add any point of your own, because we are picking just main points here. We have to make it short and then put it into a diagrammatic form. So if we add our own point, so what happens? That will add it up our information and it will be a lengthy. That may become lengthy, and this should not be happen. And that is why what we have to do, we should not add our own information. That's it. Yes. If you have any doubt, just ask me in any format. Yes, students. If you have any doubt, just raise your hand and ask me. I hope you all you will remember what to do. Yes, students. Just ask me whatever. Understood, everyone? Yes, I have finished. Sir, I have
Okay, teacher.
finished.
Wind up the lecture.
Okay.
Okay.